And then I think that's Akaash laughing in the background. I bet he feels stupid laughing at this joke now. Probably scrambling to figure out his options. If the idea of her helping out makes her go, why would you ask? She ain't the one. Drop her ass. She is not the one. And do not put a ring on it. Do not put a baby in it. Pass, go. Do not collect the hoe.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money. And his money is our money.
We've heard this story before. Actually, we've heard it a few times. Akaash's wife, that heifer, she said the same thing. Akaash's money was her money, and her money was her money. It's not your responsibility to help pay these bills. These bills that are taking care of your ass, keeping you housed, keeping you fed, keeping you clothed, keeping you with the heat on, the water on, electricity, internet, all of that, bum ass eyelashes, the whole shebang. Weave, the money for all this. You don't feel like you should have to pay into that? That you're not beholden to help pay the bill? Y'all get with these broads who don't want to be partners with you. What is the point of being married if you cannot rely on one another? What's the point? There is no point. Because at that point, you're just being taken advantage of. You're just someone there to siphon resources from. You're not even a real person to these broads. Because if I'm looking at the person that I'm with as a human being, then I'm going to understand, yes, you lost your job. I'm going to encourage you to get back on your feet. I'm going to do all of that. With that being said, I'm going to hold it down until you figure it out. I'm going to make sure I do what I got to do to pay the bills while you figure it out. And when you figure it out, we can go back to both pouring in financially to the household. But that's what you do when you see the other person as a person. If you see them as just a fountain of resources, when that fountain dries up, well, what's the point? There's no longer a point. But if that's a person that you love, a person that you care for, regardless if the resources dry up, you're going to still see them as a person, as somebody that you want to make sure that things are taken care of. And not only that, you wouldn't want to lose your house. You wouldn't want things to go to so you're going to pay the bills. These bird brain heifers, they really think in a marriage, it's completely on the man to take care of everything. Even if you were in a situation where you were a kept woman and he had everything going where you didn't have to work. If that man fall on hard times, you better get your ass out there and look for a job. You need to get your ass out there and look for a job just the same. Because if you're going to marry this person, then you are in partnership with them. You're working together. You're supposed to be a team. But how are you supposed to be a team when you got heifers like this who are the opposition? Stuff like this happens every day. People lose their jobs every day. And with AI coming up, a lot of people are going to continue to lose their job and people are going to fall on hard times. So if you are choosing somebody to spend your life with, understand you need to choose somebody who's a writer. You need to choose somebody who is going to pick up the slack. And I'm talking to men and women alike. You need to choose somebody that's going to pick up the slack when they need to. And when they need you to pick up the slack, you're willing to do so. It should be reciprocal. It should be a two-way street. What's up, GC? You said for better or worse, huh? I hope this is satire. They say these vows, they don't actually mean them. They don't know what these words mean. 3328 said it reminds me of this one girl I was talking to before she got a boyfriend, saying how her boyfriend does everything because she's not dating an effing loser. Well, if you're not doing anything, then you're an effing loser. If you're gonna call men broke because of this, that, and the third, but you also qualify for this, that, and the third, then you're an effing loser too. People want to live by separate rules, but we are living in 2025, okay? Feminism did their job. We are now completely equal with men. So much so that the strongest woman is a whole man.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some like booming business, then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding.
It's okay for you to ask for a prenup to protect your assets, but a man can't protect his assets? And then I think that's Akaash laughing in the background. I bet he feels stupid laughing at this joke now. Probably scrambling to figure out his options.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
I had no real ability to, since you were with me when I was broke.
But
I
it's
couldn't
just like,
justifiably ask for
I
one.
think it's because guys don't like, in general, like they don't hold the same like values that women do in terms of like loyalty. In general, like I'm not saying like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I feel like guys in general just like aren't as loyal.
So this is loyalty. So she's the pinnacle of what a loyal broad looks like. Guys aren't loyal. Why, you're one of the most disloyal broads I've ever seen. The way you've attacked your husband is the way that someone would attack somebody that they hate, that they despise, that they are disgusted by, somebody that they want to destroy. So you're saying all of this crap when you are being so disloyal to your husband right now. Even coming out here talking all this crazy stuff about your husband, making him look bad, is a sign of disloyalty. Like, you're not a loyal woman. You're not a loyal wife. So it's just crazy her saying all this, knowing in the back of her mind what she's capable of doing and what she was willing to do. That's crazy.
You're a sexist. That's the thing.
I'm a
about
feminist.
You. That's what we coded as, but you're a sexist. It's
Whatever.
giving sexist.
Because we were watching Ranj, aka Real Housewives of New Jersey, like reruns, and like Teresa was saying that Joe had asked her to sign a prenup, and I just feel like that's like the biggest red flag. I mean, not to judge like anyone's marriage, like if your husband had you sign a prenup and you guys are happy, like, I mean, that kind of like proves me wrong, but I just feel like it kind of just to me shows like, I don't know, like it's like kind of like you're not like you're already not being generous.
Every single time I'm talking to or I hear commentary from a broad like this, they always bring up the word generous. It seems like it's a dog whistle for some nonsense at this point.
As a man, you're already not being generous, and I feel like men should be generous.
And what should women do?
Be spoiled.
Okay. Where should they be generous?
With money.
No. Where should women be generous?
Oh, like with tender love and care.
I don't think.
Well, I'm not saying I do at all.
There you go.
So he's kikiing about her denying him while she's telling him that he needs to be generous. That is so gross. I am all for a good prenup. The only problem is these type of heifers, they know how to get around a prenup. And that's the sad part. You could get a prenup and have it signed, sealed, delivered, all of that. And they will still try to finagle some way, get their, lawyer to figure something out to get from under that prenup so they can rob you of your resources. This is why I say I don't blame men for not wanting to get married. All I ask is that if you're gonna lay up and have babies with somebody, be a 2-parent household. This would terrify the out of me if I was a man, especially if I was a man of resources. This would terrify me. They set it up this way because they know women spend the most money. The family court, they want to remove the resources from the husband to the wife because she's just gonna spend it all. She's not gonna hoard any of that money. She's gonna spend it all, and that's what they want. Everything is in cahoots, and the fact that he's sitting here kikiing about his own demise is crazy work.
I do.
More than me?
Oh, no, more than you.
Well, there you go. We saw that.
Just no self-respect. And so that's how you end up with broads like this. You've already married her. You've already put a ring on it. You've already said, I do, till death do us part. Whole time, this is her mentality.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like it was time for the bills or whatever. And I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money.
The only way I see you getting around this or, vetting a woman to figure out if she's like this is she need to be helping you pay them bills. Before you put a ring on it, you need to have her paying bills left, right, center. She needs to already show and prove that she's willing to work and willing to pay the bills, willing to help out. If she's not willing to help out, if the idea of her helping out makes her go, why would you ask? She ain't the one. Drop her ass. She is not the one. And do not put a ring on it. Do not put a baby in it. Pass, go. Do not collect the hoe. And I know exactly what show you're talking about, Andrew. Andrew, we watched that show. It's a damn mess. All's fair. First, the acting on Kim K's part is ass. That has to be the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. She finds out that her husband's divorcing her. And the first scene you see from her is this. This is her face of, oh my God, my husband's leaving me. Every single line that she delivers is, oh my God, I don't understand why he would do that. It is the worst acting. I've seen better acting at a middle school play. And what's crazy is that the show is just littered with really good actors and actresses. And they couldn't save it. The writing is trash. Kim Kardashian, she's the main character. Her acting is trash. The storyline is trash. Just saying that show made him a misogynist. And I was watching it with him and I was like, you know what? I might be a misogynist too. Because what the hell is this show? They literally paint women as the victims. But then when Kim Kardashian is in the same position as the men in these, divorces, then it's, oh my God, he can't take that from you. How dare he? You worked hard for this. Why does he think he's entitled to what you have? That's crazy. But the entire show is them getting resources from men who worked hard and trying to funnel it to the wife that just married into it. The show is so bad. And it's just there's so many open plot holes. They throw it out there and then we just forget about it. For instance, Niecy Nash's character, the guy that was blackmailing her, he just randomly died and then we just didn't hear any more about that. They said they were doing an investigation. Haven't seen the investigator ever since. It's just, they throw things out there and then they never tie them up. It's such a bad show. I'm just what was is this a money laundering scheme? And the part that makes it bad is it's filmed very beautifully, right? They get really nice shots, all of that. The set design is amazing. The outfits are amazing, except for the outfits that Kim wears because she has to have her ass out. The show is absolutely terrible. My hope has been restored because I haven't seen anyone praising that damn show. Everybody that I've seen talk about that show is talking about how stupid and terrible it is. Everybody seems to be in agreement that it's BS. I don't understand how you could have this idea that because you have a vagina, the man is supposed to do everything under the sun for you and you're not required to do anything. I can't understand that. It's not for me to understand. I always look at a relationship as reciprocal. It got renewed for a season 2. How? Actually, I know how, because we're all hate watching it. We need to just stop hate watching it. What the hell do you mean? Oh, season 2. Another season of plot holes? That's insane. Justin, you said, but Sandra, you can get pregnant, which is hard. He should take care of you because of that one fact. First of all, if you don't want to have kids, there's this magical thing that you can do called closing your legs. Unless you're one of those few situations, and we know what situations I'm talking about, unless it's one of those, you can close your legs. There are women out here who want to get married. It's just broads like this ruin it for them. Because then you have a lot of men that are just I don't even want to take the risk. Why would I risk it all when she could turn out to be a Jasleen? When she could turn out to be whoever the hell this is? Or any of the other women that we've talked about that behave this exact same way? It's insane to me.